I did a survey last week asking people what topic you want me to cover next. So over 550 people voted so far, and I want to thank everyone who participated. I'm planning on doing similar surveys on a monthly basis where you could tell me what video you want to see next. So in order to participate, all you need to do is be subscribed to my channel, which is completely free. So please subscribe, guys. All you need to do is click on that big subscribe button. And while you're there, please hit that thumbs up button as well. You got nothing to lose, right? By doing so, you're supporting me and my channel. So I would be most grateful. So the biggest percentage of votes for this survey, or 35%, want to see more videos on high yielding funds. So that is exactly what I'll cover in this video. So I love split share funds. They are a unique investment fund whose sole purpose is to squeeze out as much income as possible from a portfolio of blue chip stocks. It's really a beautiful thing. But unfortunately, most split share funds seem to focus on only one sector of the market, financials. This makes sense if you think about it, because financial stocks like banks, life insurance companies, asset managers have a legendary reputation when it comes to dividends. But what if you're looking for something a little bit more diversified in terms of sector? What if your portfolio is pretty heavy already on the financials like mine is, and want to focus on other sectors but still get high income along the way? Well, GDV can definitely solve this problem. Let's check out this fund in detail, because it might just be the best and smartest split share fund of all time. So the fund is called the Global Dividend Growth Split Fund. The fund manager is Brompton Funds, one of my favorite Canadian fund managers that manages some of my favorite split share fund, including this one. So the stock symbol is GDV. Now keep in mind, guys, two things. Number one, this is a Canadian listed fund listed on the TSX, or the Toronto Stock Exchange. And number two, it's a split fund. So there are separate symbols for the preferred shares and the Class A shares, right? So the stock symbol for the preferred shares is GDV.PR.A, but we're definitely not interested in the preferred shares, right? They give less than 5% dividend yield and act like typical preferred shares, so nothing special if you ask me. GDV, or the Class A shares, is really where the magic happens. So I won't get into detail in this video on how split funds actually work. I already made another video covering that in detail, but it's important to understand why or how split funds give so much dividend yield. So they do this exactly like covered call ETFs do. They generate income with the dividends from the stocks inside the portfolio, and also the second stream of income is selling those covered call options on the stocks inside the portfolio as well. So in order to enhance these two streams of income, they use leverage, which is cheap borrowed money that they use to invest in more shares. So this pretty much amplifies the effect of the dividends and the covered calls, which results in really high dividend yield. So what makes this split fund special exactly? Well, let's check it out together. So here's GDV, guys. I'm directly on Brompton Fund's website. If ever you want to do research on a particular stock or fund, the best place to go is always the fund's website, not the broker. The broker could have outdated information. So as I discussed, the stock symbol is GDV for the Class A shares, GDV.PR.A for the preferred shares. I really like the way that Brompton, by the way, has their website here, how they split it up. It's really, really nice. One of the nicest ones. And you could see here the closing price 11.08 as of March 15. So this is the actual stock price, or what the price is trading at. But the NAV, the net asset value, that's what the stock is actually worth, or what the fund is actually worth. So you see here it's a little below the listing price, or the stock market price at 10.78. It's very, very typical for the NAV to be a bit lower than the trading price, especially in a bull market like we're in today. So with 11.08, you have a dividend yield, or a distribution rate rather, of 10.83%. So absolutely phenomenal. This just means that if you invest in this stock right now, you will get 10.83% of dividend yield or interest per year. So this is just in dividends. Management fee is 0.85%. The unit NAV, so the unit NAV is simply the NAV of the Class A shares and the NAV of the preferred shares. So 1010 plus 1078 equals 20.88. So very, very strong unit NAV. I mean, the minimum for the Class A shares to get the dividend is $15. So if this number is above $15, it means that you will get the dividend as a Class A shareholder. So $20, almost $21, way ahead, a lot more than the $15 minimum, which is absolutely fantastic. But let's go into really what GDV has. This is the strong point right here. So if you look at the geographic allocation, 53% United States, 30% Europe, and 12.6 Canada. I absolutely love this allocation, this regional diversification, especially for us Canadians, because as Canadians, we typically invest in Canadian stocks. But this is a great opportunity to really get some exposure in the US and of course in Europe. So really good. And another strong point is the sector diversification. Like I was speaking about it earlier, you could see that the biggest sector allocation is not financials, it's technology, which is absolutely phenomenal. And of course, you do have financials in second place at 17.6%. And then you have really a nice mix of all kinds of sectors all over the place. I really like it for this. And you could see the top 25 holdings. So a lot of the stocks you will recognize. I mean, you got the big guys: Apple, Adidas, CP Rail, Morgan Stanley, Lowe's, Accenture, Microsoft, Abbott, healthcare company, UPS, Amgen. Really good. And the top 25 really make up 67% of the portfolio, which simply means that they have a lot more than 25 stocks in the portfolio, which is absolutely phenomenal. So if we just click back on the overview tab, you could actually see what this fund is all about. It's really an actively managed portfolio of large cap, which just means blue chip, global dividend growth companies. So if you don't know what this term means, dividend growers, global dividend growers, whenever you see that, it just means it's companies that tend to grow their dividend over time. They're typically called dividend growers. So that's all it means. So like it says here, global equities provide opportunity for Canadians to diversify in sectors that are underrepresented in Canada. Like technology and healthcare, right? So Canada is very heavy on financials and energy. So like I showed you in the diversification here, you really have some nice diversification in other sectors besides financial. So if you go back to overview, if you scroll down, you could see all the information that you need: Class A shares, GDV. Now, maturity date. So I get a lot of questions from people who are worried about this. So split funds usually have a maturity date or a termination date, and it's usually 5 years. So the maturity date for this one is June 30, 2026. But I don't want you to worry about this at all, because split funds always seem to just extend the maturity date every 5 years anyway. So this is really not a problem. But in case the fund does actually close June 30th, 2026, will you lose all your money? Will it go to zero? Absolutely not. Whatever the NAV is on this date, so remember we looked here, whatever the NAV is, that's what you will get reimbursed. So really don't pay attention to the termination date. It's really not a problem. In terms of dividends, how many dividends have they missed, if any? Well, here's the answer right here. So this fund was created in mid 2018, and you can see the little D's are the dividends, and they're 10 cents a month. I mean, split funds usually have a set dividend amount. So in this case, it's no different. It's $1.20 annually or 10 cents a month. And have they missed any so far? The answer is none, zero. They have not missed any dividends, including in March and April when the stock market went to hell. You could actually see the big dip here. So they still gave the March dividend, the April one, the May one, and so forth and so forth. And you could see really that the graph pretty much follows what the global economy is doing. And this is because of the sector diversification and the regional diversification. So you could think pretty much that this fund will really follow what global stocks are doing around the world. So there you have it, guys, an in-depth view of GDV. So there you have it, guys. GDV is, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, split fund of all time. I say this for 5 main reasons. Number one, the sector diversification. So I love the fact that technology makes up the biggest percentage of the fund, not financials like most other split funds. Number two, it has many holdings or many stocks within the fund, over 25. So like we saw, the top 25 holdings make up 67% of the fund, which means the fund has a lot more than 25 stocks in in the portfolio. Number 3, the regional diversification is incredible. You have a solid balance of Canada, US, and Europe. Number 4, I love the strength of the unit NAV. I mean, it's currently hovering at the $20 mark, like we saw, way above the $15 threshold for the Class A shareholders to receive the monthly dividend, right? And reason number 5, it's the dividend history. It's been around since mid 2018, a little bit new. How many dividends has it missed? 0, including in 2020 during the COVID-19 market crash. So compare that to DFN, or Dividend 15, or LBS, which is also from Brompton, which are either pure financial split funds or very heavy on the financials. They missed some dividends in 2020. GDV did not. So GDV is a perfect solution, guys, for income-focused investors like myself who want high yield but want to have really a level of safety as well. So GDV provides this benefit thanks to its amazing diversification in every sense of the word, sector and region. Really a no-brainer if you ask me. Please visit our website, guys, passiveincomeinvesting.ca, to access and purchase my digital product, the Ultimate Dividend Passive Income Investing Package, which is a huge list of a bunch of ETFs and stocks and split funds, all you ever need to build your own custom portfolio. It comes with lifetime updates, so you only need to buy it once in case a new version comes out, which it will. And you can also book a one-on-one video consultation with me personally if ever you want me to review your existing portfolio, you want my help to build a brand new portfolio, you want to ask me a million questions. Whatever your needs are, I'll do my utmost to help you. It's very easy to book an appointment, guys. It's right on my site's homepage. There's a giant calendar there. All you need to do is find an open spot and book the appointment. I only charge $150 for the one-on-one, which is very cheap considering what you get, and it includes the custom portfolio as well. So each case usually takes me 2 to 3 hours. And as well as, you have access to me for any follow-up questions as well. So I really enjoy doing that and helping people, meeting new people from all around the country, even different countries. I had my first client in America, in the US. So it's been really, really great. I'm already full for March and April. So I'm already taking appointments in May right now. So it's been a blast. As always, please support us and the channel by hitting that like button, that thumbs up button. It's free for you. It really helps the channel out. So it's a win-win. Finally, make sure you're subscribed as well, so you don't miss out on my future content and community posts, which is really designed to help you guys on your investing journey. I'm starting to use community posts more and more to give you a heads up on any breaking news for any of the stocks that I own myself, or as well as surveys in case you want to really help me decide what topic to cover next. So only subscribers get access to that, so make sure you're subscribed. We're also on Instagram and Facebook, so follow us there if you use those. And our mission remains the same, guys. It's to help everyday working people to invest on their own in order to build their own stream of passive income, which will enhance your quality of life. So with that, take care, guys. Stay safe and see you next time.